Many might know him as the frontman of the local rock group, The Remainders. Dr. Andy Temte works as the president and global head of corporate learning for Kaplan Professional. And he's written a new book called Balancing Act. He joins me now. Andy, thanks for being with me.
Thanks for having me.
Now, essentially, this is, as you call it, a guide for a new generation of leaders in the business world. And the book itself is a balance between these practical lessons and a very personal history. So how did you strike that balance?
Well, I wanted to write a book that was unique in the tomes of all of the business books that are out there. And the uniqueness of this is really the vulnerability and the openness with which I write. And it's very unusual for leaders to get that transparent. I just wanted to take all of the lessons that I've learned over the years and package them up into a form that I could pass those lessons off to the next generation.
Yeah, you mentioned that personal nature. A lot of people may have seen you on stage, but don't necessarily know that personal history. Did you find it difficult to make yourself so vulnerable, especially in some of those opening pages?
No, I felt that it was a story that really needed to be told, again, because I want people to learn from both the triumphs and the successes that I've had, but also the deep failures. And this concept of learning from failure is something that I've had to work on over the years.
Yeah, and one of the other big issues you look to tackle in this, from my reading of it, is this idea of fighting entropy, the things falling apart. Why do you think that's especially pertinent in this current climate?
Well, I've got a graphic that we've created that this concept of entropy, which is part of the laws of thermodynamics, that everything falls apart. We as humans, we're constantly falling apart, and then the concepts of continuous improvement and lifelong learning need to be adopted so that we're constantly putting ourselves back together. So think of this, a virtuous cycle where the laws of nature just say that we're going to continually fall apart, but if we adopt these continuous improvement and lifelong learning mindsets, then we're continually putting ourselves back together to find that next and create that next best version of ourselves.
Again, the book is Balancing Act. He's Dr. Andy Temte. We look forward to reading the book and seeing you with the Remainders sometime soon. Thanks for joining me, Andy.
Thank you, Dustin.
And you can pre-order Balancing Act wherever books are sold now. It is available wherever you get books next Tuesday, April 6th.